That's so funny. And then you go one. No. You're right. Hi everybody, Steven Martinez. We're being silly. Me and my friend Michelle here, doing a little business collaboration. The very first video together. It's going to be the first of many. Michelle is an old friend of mine from high school, and we've reunited and come together in a very beautiful and powerful way. So today she's going to play the director, photographer, and producer, and it fits so well with her. Let me just really quickly grab this and see who you're talking, so you can see who you're talking to.
Hi.
Michelle, hi. How are you today?
I'm good today. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm so glad you could be here, working the camera as you are,
Yes.
and looking so spectacular. I appreciate your presence and your time. I know you're a very busy person.
Yeah.
Michelle's living in Arizona, and she rides horses now. She used to be at the top of the corporate world, and she walked away from that to be a child again and ride horses. Did I already talk about this? So I got an incense in my hands. I got a Buddha in my hand with a little incense holder on top. We created this ourselves. There's somebody out there that works in business that will recognize all of this. And I just want to say that I love collaborations, and I'm going to sing your name really loudly for all the wonderful things you brought to my life. But I painted this Buddha. If you look closely at the detail, the tiny close detail, it's very subtle, this particular Buddha, but I have a lot of other Buddha statues. And I just want to say the Buddha's coming on strong, guys. Coming to the planet, full force. Whether you like it or
to a retail place
and retail also big time.
will be for sale.
I'm gonna have it at my window, kind of like a fast food hamburger joint. Only I'll have Buddha statues and other beautiful statues that I painted from the soul. So we're starting here. The first video. This is an introduction. We're gonna try to keep it under 10 minutes because I know that's how the rules work apparently until we graduate to 15 and higher. Can't wait for that day to happen. I'm gonna go ahead and say, and I'm gonna be free to speak without filter, because that's who I am. Is it not, Michelle?
Yes, very much so.
Why would we have a filter? So I'm gonna have to really, in the beginning, own what it is I've been up to for the last 14 years. Still trying to wrap my own head around it, and it's a daunting task to do that. And that's why I have Michelle here as a reflection, so that I can say these things and bounce it off somebody, and I can go, oh, okay. This is happening, and this did happen, and I wrote a few times to her, because she wanted to be curious. So what are you talking about? You've been in this paradise for 14 years. What do you mean by that? You went into the spiritual cave and you locked the doors and you threw the TV away and you do the line. And I'll cry at any second, just so you know. So get used to that. And so I had to I had to write it down, and I'm still trying to write it down. And it's hard. And Michelle will tell you, "Where's your bio?" And I'm like, I can't write the words yet because it's too tender, too meaningful, and too spectacular. But I'm getting there, and I'm going to do it on the camera. So while we're here, how many minutes are we at?
We are at 3 minutes.
Oh, left? We already started the 3 minutes in?
3 minutes in. Baby.
Fantastic. Time is working in our favor. We're in Los Angeles right now, where I've been for 20 years. There's been a wonderful rain happening since the beginning of the year. We're January 4th today. And then once again, we had rain again today, but the sun came really powerfully through the clouds. And that's the message I want to bring right now. The sun is coming through the clouds right now on this planet. And it had to be. It's best that way. It's best that way. So it's true what I said, that roughly 14 years ago, I was through with the world in many ways and said, I was frustrated in a lot of ways and said, I'm going to do something. I didn't know it was going to be something incredible until now, or I had suspicions for the last few years. But I did set out on something, and I really drew the line, and I really stood by it. And that was to know truth, to discover the kingdom within. That's what I heard about, so I took it very personally. Indeed, it is there, and you got it. And it ain't easy to go get, but once you get a taste, you will never go back. But you gotta get out the pick and the shovel, and you gotta go to work. This ain't about saying a few magic words and blinking your eyes and snapping your fingers. It's too meaningful. If we've learned nothing else on this planet, anything worthwhile, you must earn it. The kingdom of heaven, the kingdom within, is the very epitome of the expression.
Does that explain the I am that I am?
nothing can ever explain. You know what? You're already asking great questions. No, nothing explains I am that I am. Nothing explains it. It's the only thing the mind can say when you're in that place.
Which you are.
Which I am. I mean, there's always, there's always more to have. There's always more to acquire, and there's always more surrender to experience. But when I close my eyes, and I don't have to close my eyes at this point, I'm in a constant state of prayer and meditation. My breath changed on its own about 10 years ago, and they call it Kriya Yoga breathing, where it's just a conscious breath happening all the time, which means, we have the ability to attach something to that. So when I know that my breath is on some other pattern outside of my consciousness and my mind, I'll go, oh, that's cool. Well, I'm going to attach something to that. 5 minutes left or seconds?
5, a little less than 5.
Minutes?
Yeah.
So when we're so funny. How are your hands doing?
Very well, thank you.
Oh, let me finish up here. I hope you get more relaxed as time goes on, Michelle. Hold on, don't move. No, it's getting better. It looks good actually from here. Where was I? So we have the right then the breath is doing something special. Well, the breath is special, and the breath is perhaps your best friend. You should get to know it. We should all get to know it. We should all uncover the relationship that we have with everything. And certainly the breath can take you where you want to go. And so I have this conscious breath going. In a way, every breath is a prayer. So I get to get out my journal, which I recommend everybody does right now. Get the journal. I got 5 right now. Take the pen and write out your menu. Write out your new life. Ask, and it will be given. And go way outside the box and write things like, I'm living my pinnacle life. I'm living my destiny. I am living within my passions and my dreams. I am living amongst like-minded souls who see me for who I am and respect me and appreciate me. I am one with Creator, with that intelligence, with that love. I am free of all things from this planet Earth, and to include the label human. I don't want that, guys. From now on, you can call me a gerbil, you can call me a mouse, you can call me a fox, call me a husky. I got 2 at home, and 6 beautiful cats. Just don't call me human, man. I'm not into that expression that much right now. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I know about a fox, and I know about a wolf, and I know about a husky, and I know about a cat, and I know about a squirrel. So I'll be that. You be what you want to be. So because we can take that pen and connect any dots we choose, especially love for our animals and love for life and love for God, and we can say, I want it to connect to this life that I'm living right now. I want this love that I have to manifest in all aspects within this reality. 2 minutes left. Would you like to, I'm going to switch to you now, Michelle, and we're going to ask you something. You have a horse at home. What's his name?
Lorenzo.
And you live where?
In Tucson, Arizona.
Have you been through a lot in life?
More than most people.
I have to agree with that, the more I know about it. And you're from New York?
I'm from Arizona originally. I lived in New York for over 20 plus years.
Okay.
And decided...
And you were there for 9/11, and when I say 9/11, you were underneath the building.
I pretty much, it came down on me, and
you ran towards it, not away from it.
No.
Why did you do that?
I went because the people that I worked with, I wanted to make sure they were out and okay.
And where were you working at the time?
Banana Republic.
And who, off the top of your head,
I went
to see...
I was certified in first aid and CPR.
Okay, so you went to go see if you could do anything.
I went to see if I could help at the first triage unit that was set up across from the Hotel Millennium.
Are you still dealing with the pain of that experience?
1,010%.
And are we're going to work through it and overcome it and help other people that have been through it as well?
Absolutely.
That's a good goal to have. And we got 30 minutes left, 30 seconds left. We're anchoring so what's basically happening is I'm bringing this sacred cave into the world. And Michelle is my right hand woman, and she's the woman for the job.
And you're my healer.
Well,
part
you.
of my healing.
Thank you. In a little bit of a wake up experience, right? A little
Absolutely.
bit of a rebirth, would you say?
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll get into details about that here in a bit. But we are saying So long. We'll see you here in a second.